Whenever I have some inspiration to draw, I spend a couple of hours collecting references on Pinterest, and then I get distracted and I browse the internet, and then I never actually get to the drawing part of drawing. If you've never used Pinterest, it's basically like a heaven for digital hoarders. You just create piles and piles of things that you never go through. With all the time that I've spent gathering these references on Pinterest, or should I say, hoarding them like I'm the star of a TLC show, in that time, I've come across some art tutorials and tips, and I wanted to share those with you. Ah yes, references for my Venom drawing. That's what I'm going to use this tongue tutorial for. Nothing nefarious, mind you. This is a great tutorial. I love this one. Don't let guys treat you like free salsa. You are guac, baby girl. That's right. Know your worth. Oh my god. Look at that. What is going on with this tutorial? There needs to be like no step between these two and like 5 steps between these two. Step 1, draw a green ball. Step 2, paint a watermelon. This one, of course, being the best tutorial of them all. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is genius. You have to admit, that one's pretty genius. Personally, I find this offensive. Nobody should just be able to draw hands like it's no big deal. It should be illegal.
Right to jail.
This is a great tip. Oh my god, thank you. Always go from general down to detailed. In this case, you got to think about your silhouette before you go into any of the details. If the silhouette reads, the details are going to read. Silhouette doesn't read, it's going to be a lot harder to pull off the details. This too, always. It always just goes back to simplifying shapes, man. Oh my god. What am I going to do with this information? You're going to look at that and you'll be like, whoa, that's really cool. There's math to faces. But then you go to actually try to understand what's happening here and you're like, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, this is a great tip. Digital artists, yes. Start with some flat colors that look okay on their own. Put light blue or purple over the top of the whole thing. Brings cohesion to the whole piece. Oh my god, yes. And then what you can do is you can erase out some parts of it to make it light. This is literally just having that multiply layer on top, and then you just erase out the parts that are light. So instead of drawing the shadow layer, you're thinking about, where am I painting the light? But it's really not painting, it's erasing the shadow. This is like what Ethan Becker was talking about when he said, never draw with curved lines, only draw with straight lines, you idiot. It's like, there are different ways to do it. So yeah, this is one way to do it. By the way, Grizz and Norm, they are amazing. Look them up. This one, I've used this one so much. Mad face always. Calves are lower on the inside, higher on the outside, and on the ankles, it's always lower on the outside, higher on the inside. Very important to remember, because if you get these mixed up and you do them the opposite, it looks really bad. Yeah, look at this for example. Pointing as like a V to the middle. Makes like an X shape. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Is this by Proco? Yep, by Proco. I recognize the art style right away, every time.
Right away.
Proco, by the way, gorgeous, gorgeous, darling. I love these. I feel like there aren't that many tutorials on bigger people that are accurate, you know, because there's a very specific way in which fat hangs on the body. It usually happens compartmentally in different pieces. So it's important to note like this little wrinkle, or not the wrinkle, but this roll in between what would be one shape for the hips and one shape for the ribs. See, like this, right? A lot of the fat would come up right here on the hips and then drooping down on like the lats, and then there would be like a little roll right here in between where these two big forms take place. Abs, by the way, here's another quick little tip about the abs. Starting from the middle, it goes up, down, up again. All right, up, down, up again, like a mustache. That's how I like to think about it. Wait, see if I can curl this. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. God, look at this. Wow. Though, is that just me, or are those abs weirdly straight? I've never seen abs like that before. They look like these. I want to see your Hawaiian buns. Hey, stop. Devin draws. When I see an artist that does Xabio Arts better than Xabio Arts, between Devin Arts and Ethan Becker, all set. He even looks like me. He's got some snazzy art, and he also has some meme art. Beginner artist, professional artist, good news, we don't need the monitor. We don't need super pricey art supplies. Can't imagine anybody saying that. Oh, here's another one. Using black airbrush to shade. Yeah, don't do that. Put some color in your shadows, my man. Instead of a shadow being gray or black, it's actually more of like a purple or a blue. So, nah, mate. This were snow. It'd have a purple shadow or blue shadow. Give some color to your shadows, please. For the love of God. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to see people shading with just black desaturated version of the color. It makes it look muddy and lifeless. Not that that's any blame on the artist, it's not. But once you know better, do better. Okay? Questionable commissions, desperate artists, dignity and self-worth. I mean, I can't imagine in this capitalist society where you would have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation just so you could make enough money to get by, because you're not making enough money as it is, because the government does not guarantee basic needs for every citizen, even though they absolutely could. No idea what you're talking about, Devin. Get off my face. Here's a good art tip. Look at this one. For those of you who don't know Arabic, I'll translate. Now, something's going on here. I don't know where this green residue came from, but Shrek and or Kermit are also green, so there's a story behind this. Now, I don't know if this is a weird comparison to make, but I feel like Corpse Husband fans are really into this drawing. This one too. Oh, this is great. Whenever you draw a pose, try drawing the pose again, but more exaggerated. And then do it again, but more exaggerated. And go until you're absolutely pushing it as far as your mind can possibly process. Right? Use all that processing power. Get that internal fan going. Heat up your brain. Cook an egg on your head, baby. Where's an example of SpongeBob pushing poses? Yeah, let me find it. This. Yes. Thank you. Got an idea in your head? You put it down? Boring. That's vanilla. What you need is to push your brain. It's usually talked about specifically in animation, but it can also help out your drawings too, by the way. This one is way more expressive and full of life. This would be me if I put on about 15 pounds of muscle. Oh my God. This is a pole vaulter? That would be an amazing pose for like a comic when they're standing over somebody. Oh my God. We should normalize making sports photos of athletes reference photos. Because I see a lot of stuff like this, but oh my God, you know what I thought this was? I thought the wrinkles in his shirt were other legs. I thought that this had like 6 legs, 3 over here, 3 over here, and then some back legs. Who's ever gonna use this? Nobody. So what? Hey, did you know that your nose and your eyes are at a 90-degree angle to each other? Blows your mind, bro. Although this, great tip. You can't just keep the same face shape and then just redraw the mouth or the eyes. You gotta squish and stretch the whole thing. Right? I need to do this with every character ever. Oh my God. We got Tyler El Creador over here. And Jojo say, what? That was a bad joke. Don't put that in. Yo, I can't believe my editor put in that joke. Crazy, you guys. He got me good. How did we get to here? You know, this is a perfect representation of my channel. You come for the art and then somehow it gets turned into whatever this weird is. I want to take a second to, oh my God. That's a really good one too. Breaking down these eyes into simple shapes. Bravo, props to you. I want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, Surfshark VPN. Rick and Morty isn't available on Netflix, right? Wrong. It's not available in the United States. Use Surfshark VPN to browse Japan's Netflix selection and now Rick and Morty is ready to watch. Same goes for other streaming platforms. For those of you who don't know what a VPN is yet, it basically does two things. They increase your privacy and security on the internet and give you access to content that's only available in other countries. I don't really need to talk about the privacy and security part that much because, let's face it, if you care about your internet privacy and security, you're probably using a VPN to watch this video right now. But there's another weird thing that happens when you use Surfshark VPN. Besides getting a different selection on streaming platforms, you can also get better deals when shopping online. That's right, the prices that are displayed to us are based on the country that we're searching from, and Surfshark lets you choose anywhere in the world. Surfshark's Black Friday deal is 83% off plus 4 months for free. Click the link in the description and use the code BUTTPANDA to get that deal. Now for something that's not sponsored, I have also put a link to a list of Black and Indigenous owned businesses that you can purchase from this holiday season. That's in the description as well. Now, I'm not saying that Black Friday is America's most amazing display of frenzied consumerism that further contributes to the issues of racism, classism, and environmental waste, but hey, at least you can get that handbag. A handbag? Me personally, I'm really excited about Black Friday. I'm gonna buy another pen to chew on. They're best after a few weeks when you really get to break them in. Thanks again to my supporters on Patreon. You guys are awesome. And for everybody else, keep drawing and keep not drawing. Whatever you do, make sure you do it with a handbag.